Good everybody, and welcome to Oakland, Iowa, where tonight it's a high school softball rivalry renewed as Exira EHK Audubon paddles the Bulldogs of Riverside. How you doing, everybody, and welcome to our coverage of high school softball here on KSOM. We're on video, powered by Nishtanet, technically awesome, at Western Iowa Today TV. Jack McKee alongside, and we're just getting started. NASCAR Live ran us up right to the start of this one. And, Jack, this should be a good one between the Spartans and the Bulldogs.
Should be a good one indeed, Chris. It's another night here in the Western Iowa Conference in the softball region. And, man, it's never a night off here, especially when you look at two teams here coming into tonight ranked in their respective classes. And it's a rivalry indeed, Chris. This Western Iowa Conference is wide open, and there's a lot of high-quality softball programs that are fighting night in, night out to try to get that conference title. And this is a really, really integral game for it, Chris.
Exira EHK Audubon 10-2, 9-2 in the conference. Riverside 9-4 and 8-2 in the Western Iowa Conference. Peyton Schaefer, the starting pitcher for Riverside. Here's the starting lineup she'll face is turned in by Exira EHK Audubon head coach Tom Peterson. Taryn Peterson, the junior shortstop, leads it off. Anna Larson, senior center fielder, bats second. Riley Miller, junior pitcher, it's third. Sophomore catcher in the cleanup spot, Riley Peterson. Sophomore first baseman hits fifth. Lucy Standerson, sophomore third baseman, bats sixth. Abby Wanzer is a senior in left field. She'll hit in the seventh spot. Skylar Rasmussen gets the start tonight, an eighth grader at second base, hitting eighth. And Jordan Mulford in right field, and a senior, will bat ninth. And Schaefer, the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs. And we're ready to go for softball. Little show and go here tonight in Oakland. Two teams with two losses in the conference. Nobody wants to have third loss after tonight. So Peterson stands in, and the first pitch of the ball game from Peyton Schaefer is lowered inside for ball one. First pitch tonight is at 7:01. One ball to no strikes to Peterson, hitting .516 with one homer and 11 runs batted in. And she takes a strike. And it's even at 1-1. Schaefer, a sophomore, making her 14th start of the year, 9-4 record, and a 2.86 ERA. She's thrown 66 innings so far this year. The 1-1, and that's a liner into center field. That's going to be a base hit for Peterson. Peterson hits one right up the pike. And the lead up batter aboard for the Spartans, and that'll bring on Anna Larson.
May want to start a game there if you're Exira EHK Audubon. Get that offense going quick because we know this is going to be an offensive showout.
Peterson, certainly a threat to go. She has 19 stolen bases in 19 attempts. And we'll see if they decide to play small ball. Anna Larson shows bunt. She takes a strike. Peterson runs the throw to second. Not in time. She steals the bag, her 20th of the year. So they put Taryn in motion, Tom Peterson in the third base box, and it works out. Now does Larson continue with the bunt as she hits from the left side. Anna hitting .387 with 11 RBIs on the season. With Peterson, the runner at second. And the 0-1 pitch. And that is a swing and a miss on a bunt attempt for strike two. I got like several different railings between me and home plate. So I got to find out the right vantage point. 0-2 to Larson. With a threat here for Exira in the top of the first inning on Peyton Schaefer. The 0-2 pitch. And Larson takes it high. 1-2 strikes. Defensively behind Schaefer, Casey Perkins in left field, Lily Reed in center, Braylon Schnock in right. Cindy Summers, the third baseman, Caden Schnock, the shortstop, Adeline Martins at second, Madison Kelly over at first, Sophia Fenner, the catcher. The 1-2 is a strike call on the outside corner. Throws Larson. Peterson still at second, one away here in the top of the first. Pretty much kind of a hazy, kind of cloudy sky. The sun glaring through some of the white clouds overhead. 73 degrees, a pleasant evening here in Oakland. And the first pitch to Riley Miller is high and inside for ball one. Exira EHK Audubon wearing their Spartan colors with the black unis outlined in Spartan maroon. The 1-0 pitch to Miller, and a chip that finds its way past third. Saunders, that's a base side. Two by Peterson, but Perkins and Rock gets it in a hurry and keeps the runner at third. Miller at the base hit. Runners on the corners, one away for Zoe Rasmussen.
How fast this offense runs. It's just such a high-quality offense. Every single bat is a very, very big threat to this Riverside defense, and I'm sure we'll expect the same with that Riverside offense.
Miller takes second on the throw, and they kind of just conceded that. It'll be a single and a throw. Runner goes to second on the throw, and we have a pinch runner for Miller. Didn't see who it is. Here's Zoe Rasmussen now. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike from Schaefer. And it's 0-1.
I believe that's number 11 on second base there, Chris.
Well, their numbers are all discombobulated. 0-1 the count to Rasmussen, hitting .345 with 5 RBIs. And it's foul. A great bird, and almost stopped. It almost stopped Feller, and it's going to go for a strike.
Good looking bunt there, Chris. That's exactly what you wanted. Nice and slow on the right side. Get it away from the play there at third, in between third and home. But unfortunately, just rolled foul there.
McKee is the runner at second base for the Spartans. It's 0-2 to Rasmussen. Runners at second and third, and one out, and the pitch is high from Schaefer, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riverside wearing their home whites with blue pinstripes, and Riverside in blue outlined in gold on the front. The 1-2 pitch. And there's a strike. No, it's low. Man, it looked like it was on the outside corner, maybe a tad low, and it's even to Rasmussen at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good take there. It's a really good challenge pitch there thrown by Schaefer as well.
The pitch from Schaefer, and it's foul on the first base side, and it stays at 2-2. King at second, Peterson at third for Exira EHK Audubon. The Spartans beat Riverside back on June 1st, and it was 2-0 with Riley Miller throwing the shutout. And the 2-2 from Schaefer. And getting caught on the inside corner. Peyton Schaefer freezes Rasmussen. She got Larson looking. She gets Zoe Rasmussen looking. 2 outs, still runners at second and third, and Briley Peterson now the batter. Briley, tremendous power. She's got 3 homers on the year. And checked her swing. The first pitch is low for ball 1. Good eye. Briley with 13 RBIs. She's hitting .407 on the season. 1 ball and no strikes to Peterson, Briley Peterson. And the pitch, and that's a and that's Sparkins. 2 runs, and Varney in the second, 2-run goal. And the Spartans strike early. It's 2-0.
Hey, Chris, and you mentioned the final score there, their first matchup in this one, 2-0. And that kind of surprised me because these are 2 offenses that run at a really high clip. And it's not a surprise to me to see that already matched here in the first inning.
That'll bring on Lucy Stannerson. A big 2-out hit by Peterson over the head of Perkins and left. And went up against the wall to drive in both Taryn Peterson and Maya King running for Riley Miller. The first pitch from Schaefer is low for ball 1. Stannerson hitting .267, has 5 RBIs on the year. Did I miss a pitch?
It's 2-0, yeah.
It is 2-0. I missed the pitch. Now the 2-0 popped up. Headed to second base, Sheila center. On the run is Reed, and she arrives in time to make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Spartans score 2 runs on 3 hits, and 1 left in order through a half inning. It is Exira EHK Audubon 2, Riverside coming to bat here on KSOM.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, Neighbors caring for neighbors.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Riley Miller has been given a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom half of the opening inning. Here's the lineup that Miller will face. Is turned in by Riverside head coach Darryl Frayne. Sophia Fenner is the catcher and a junior to lead it off. Adeline Martins at second. The senior bats second. Madison Kelly at first base and the senior hits third. Caden Schnack at short and a junior in the cleanup spot. City Summers, the third baseman, and a junior hits fifth. Fenner pops one up and back and out of play. Just to our right, 0-1 to Fenner. Peyton Schaefer is a sophomore. She's the starting pitcher. She will hit sixth. Lily Reed, the junior in center field in the seventh spot. Braylon Schnack is the right fielder and an eighth grade hitter, eighth. And Casey Perkins in left field and a junior bats ninth. And the 0-1 from Miller is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fenner, hitting .425 with 5 RBIs on the season. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Brunley Supplies, by Mertz Welding, and by Community Insurance. Swing, and Fenner pops it back to the screen, and it's 1-2 to Fenner.
And Miller pitched that shutout in their first affair this season, but definitely some different variables in this go-around. First of all, away crowd here, big Riverside crowd here. It's also not so early in the season. Riverside's seen a lot more games, and they've gelled a lot better, so not sure if we'll see another one.
1-2 pitch, and Miller misses outside a little high. It's even at 2-2. Miller making her 9th start of the year, 11th overall appearance. She is 8-2 with a 1.11 ERA and has 91 strikeouts on the year. And the 2-2. Way up high to Fenner, and the count runs full. Not very many teams come in with a catcher in the leadoff spot, but this is high school ball. And Fenner, she wasn't originally a catcher. She is now. That's low in the dirt. And Miller gives up a leadoff walk. And that'll bring on Liner Martins for the Bulldogs. Defensively behind Riley, it's Abby Wanzer in left field. Anna Larson in center. Jordan Mulford is in right. Lucy Standerson is at third. She's playing in. Taryn Peterson is short. Here's a double tip by Martins to third. Standerson has it. Hey, in the third goes. She throws the pin in, and it's 2-1. Exira on top. The Bulldogs on the board. It'll be a sacrifice and an error.
You just see how costly a mistake like that is. Not too much space between the bases, and runners can get around really, really quick there. So a simple throwing error, past first, that's going to get that runner all the way home.
First pitch to Madison Kelly. A check swing. It's inside for ball one. The appeal. And the first base umpire is actually between first and second. Right behind the second baseman, Skylar Rasmussen, the eighth grader. Briley Peterson holding Martins on at first. Zoe Rasmussen is the catcher. And the 1-0 pitch from Miller is high. 2 balls and no strikes to Kelly, who's been red hot with that little metal stick she's holding. Batting .515 with 3 homers, 16 runs batted in. The 2-0 is a strikeout that he's from Miller. And it's 2-1. 2-1, the score. And all the runs coming here in the opening frame.
The duel here between one of the best hitters in the conference versus one of the best pitchers.
And the 2-1 pitch, a little high from Miller. And a good eye by Kelly, and it's 3-1. It could potentially say the best pitcher, maybe against one of the better hitters. And there's others that might have a say in that. 3-1 popped up over the backstop and out of play on the stairwell. And the count is full to Madison Kelly. A good field here at Riverside, but not the best of views from some of the fields that we've been to. The payoff pitch to Kelly. There's a high for the ball. Deep to center. Breaking up and it's top of Martin's head to have a see if she can. She's able to get to third, and into second base goes Kelly. I don't know what to rule there, but I'm just going to rule with a double. And Riverside is nobody out. And runners at second and third here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring on Caden Schnack. Larson reached out. She got twisted around and stuck the mitt up there and couldn't make the play. And a safety squeeze and a punt attempt by Schnack. Martins did not take off running. She blocked from third. It's a swing and a miss for strike one to Schnack. Hitting .452, a homer, 11 RBIs. Riser is high from Miller. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Caden. So Riverside with a big threat, an error in there and a misplay as well. The 1-1 pitch, that's a strike on the inside corner. And it's 1-2. So Cherry gets the double to straightaway center field. And that's throwing it's in time. Wow. And then Schnack might have stopped.
Yep.
I think Peterson cleared it, and then it just fell out of her mitt. And because Schnack stopped, she was thrown out. Peterson able to recover, and the runner still a big break for Exira. Then a right for Sydney Summers. And she takes the first pitch inside for ball one.
I can't blame Schnack there. She saw the ball go into the glove, And at that point, you're safe to slow down, but, kind of dropped it there at shortstop.
Yeah, a weird play there. 1 for those strikes to Summers. And she takes a strike at the inside corner. And it's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Summers hitting .333, has 12 runs batted in on the year. Second and third for Riverside, 1 out in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 for Miller. Runs it. And it's now 1-2.
Just a versatile offense as well. They've got the speed to lay down bunts there and try to get their bases that way, but they've also got the power to get extra base hits and take it out of the ballpark too.
Trying another safety squeeze with a runner at third. Summers takes the pitch, just missing outside from Miller, and we're even at 2-2. 2-1. Exira, 2 runs on the top of the inning. Riverside still threatening with 1 out here in the first. Summers swings and fouls it back to the screen and stays alive. This Riverside team at one point was 3-4 on the season and yet still ranked. All 4 of their losses came against ranked opponents. 2-2 to Summers. And she got a piece of it. Fought off that changeup. She hesitated, double clutched even, and hit it right off the end of the bat and towed it foul on the first base side to stay alive. What a good piece of hitting by Summers to get another crack on a good pitch. Now the 2-2. Swing and miss for strike 3. And Miller gets strikeout number 92 of the season. And there's 2 outs here in the first, and that'll bring on Peyton Schaefer.
Riverside, just one of those teams that's looking to make a good impression there in the playoffs. And one of the things is you want to get ready for some good competition early in that season. So starting off the year with a 3-4 record, that's kind of deceiving because boy, they were playing some good teams there, Chris.
Schaefer is going to be walked intentionally, and so now she's going to be run for, and it will be Madeline Schenker, an 8th grader, that will run for Schaefer. Schenker for Schaefer. And now the bases are loaded, and Lily Reed now the batter. And the first pitch misses low for ball 1. Reed hitting an even 200, 1 homer and 9 runs batted in on the year. The 1-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner from Miller. And it's even at 1-1. Normally you'd say 200 is the Mendoza line, but I hear there's a proposal in the air to change it to the Euchre line. The 1-1 pitch a little high, 2 balls at a strike. Before he passed away, Euchre approved of it because he's a career 200 hitter. Mr. Baseball, former voice of the Milwaukee Brewers. 2-1 pitch, way high by Miller. And it's 3 balls at a strike to Reed. Bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Riverside trails 2-1. Reed has 9 RBIs on the year. And the 3-1 pitch. And that just missed outside ball four. Miller walks in a run, and we're tied at 2. So Martins comes in to score, Kelly to third, Schenker to second. Bases are still loaded, and now the 8th batter of the inning is Braylon Schnack.
Just a combination of good discipline there, and Miller not really giving her too much to offer.
And the first pitch, and that comes inside, and it popped off the catcher Rasmussen, and then the umpire got out of the way. It didn't hit Braylon, and it just stayed in the batter's box, and no chance for Kelly to score from third. 1 ball and no strikes as Miller having a little bit of control issue here in this first inning. The 1-0 swung on and fouled back to the screen, and it's even at 1-1. Schnack hitting .219, does have 3 home runs with 10 RBIs on the year. She and Casey Perkins had big home runs last night in a win over Logan Magnolia. The 1-1. There's a strikeout to the East. Great movement on that pitch by Miller. Nothing that Schnack could do with that one. 1-2 now. 2 walks, actually 3 really by Miller, 1 intentionally in the inning. The 1-2 on the fist, go to the first, but Briley Pearson scoops it up, steps on the bag, and that will retire the side. For Riverside, 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 3 walks, 1 error, and 3 left aboard. Through the first inning, we are tied at 2 here on KSOM.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
High school softball on KSOM. Chris Varney, Jack McKee, along with you here in Oakland. A battle of ranked opponents. Exira EHK Audubon ranked 4th in 1A. Riverside ranked 10th in 2A. 2-2 tie to the first inning. And Abby Wanzer leads it off of the Spartans and swings at the first pitch and fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. So I don't know what to make of that first inning. I know that the Spartans had 3 hits and only 1 for the Bulldogs with all their offense. And there's a swing and a fist foul to the screen, and Schaefer is ahead 0-2. When you compare these 2 teams, Jack, clearly Riverside has the better offense, and Exira EHK Audubon is built around their pitcher, Riley Miller. The 0-2 pitch is low.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 great pitching staffs, but Miller's had the better stats, and like you said, it's kind of built around that great pitching there. But Riverside, I think, has the more explosive offense. It really equals out, Chris.
Wanzer swings and chops it foul and stays alive at 1-2. But don't be deceived by the Spartans' offense. They can hit.
Oh, yeah.
And they obviously proved that in the top of the first inning. Taryn Peterson, one of the better hitters. And Miller, of course, hitting .440. Riley Peterson has steadily become an elite hitter herself. Swing a line drive, base hit in the left. And Wanzer had that one hanging up for her, and she drilled it for a leadoff single. And the leadoff batter aboard, and that'll bring on Skylar Rasmussen. Might be bunting time here for Exira EHK. Summers is towards the line at third and playing in a little bit. She shows bunt. It's a strike. It's a mid. A strike. And down. As Wanzer, as she to third. Simmons takes it back to second. Martins chases to third. And now the third, the championship is now just a great break for Lanzer. She took a right turn after the ball got away and fell down between second and third. And Riverside was Johnny on the spot to go in the rundown, and they executed it.
Yeah, there's kind of a chain of events there. You know, she looked caught red-handed there at one point, trying to steal the bag, but a little error there on the receive, and kind of tried to take third, fell, and got caught in a pickle.
So the race is empty, and the 0-1 to Skylar Rasmussen is found back out of play, and it's 0-2. Rasmussen hitting 200 at the Euchre line with an RBI on the year. And did that hit her? No, it hit the mask of the catcher, Fenner, and squirts away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riverside is a very solid defensive team. Tom Peterson worried about his defense a little bit after they committed some errors last night in their victory over Tri-Center. The 1-2 is... She caught. She hasn't taken any chances, and there's 2 in a second. A spectacular play by Martins.
A good time there to mention that defense, Chris. The head ump over here behind plate signaled out there on the catch, but she wasn't sure of herself, so she made the great throw to first just to make sure.
Here's Jordan Mulford now, and the first pitch squirts back to the screen low for ball 1. Martins, not a second baseman by trade. She started her career as a catcher, but she has learned that position well at second because she had to move there because of an injury to her shoulder. She didn't have as good of a throwing arm because of it. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike on the inside corner by Schaefer. We're tied 2-2 with 2 out and nobody on here in the top of the second inning. Mulford hitting .429 with 6 RBIs on the season. And the 1-1, that one's a strike at the knees. And it's now 1-2. Mulford, a fine wrestler who made it to Girls State her last 2 seasons, and she says she wants to coach that sport one day. The 1-2 offering. And Mulford takes it and just missing inside. It's even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 hits so far for the Spartans, but Schaefer just got some magical defense behind her from the future Simpson College Storm athlete Adeline Martins. And that one just missed inside and low. And the count is full to Mulford. These 2 teams will not play each other in the playoffs. They're in different classifications. What a matchup that would have been if they did. The payout pitch. And a swing and a foul tip and not able to hold on as Fenner. And Mulford stays alive.
Good little at-bat here with 2 outs. That's just the thing. Looking for something to get hit, extend that inning because anything can happen even with 2 outs.
And Schaefer will turn the river. Has the sign to payout pitch. Swing, and that's fouled way out of play on the first base side. The one good thing about Riverside is you park way away from the field. The bad part is you park way away from the field. The count is full to Mulford. And again, the payoff. Right down the middle, throws Mulford there. And the third strikeout all working for Schaefer. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Well, the second we go, we're tied at 2 here on KSOM.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
High school softball on KSOM. Casey Perkins will lead things on for Riverside at the bottom of the second inning. First pitch from Riley Miller is in there for a called strike. 2-2 tie between these two conference rivals. Perkins hitting 174 with a homer, 6 RBI, swing and a miss for strike 2. Late on that hard one from Miller, who throws pretty much 4 different pitches. Her rise ball is her specialty. She's got a very good changeup. She's got a drop ball and a drop curve, and she's working on more. The 0-2. And that one just missed outside and low. 1-2 to Perkins. 2 runs for Riverside of the first, but only on 1 hit. Miller, 3 walks. 1 of them intentional. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout for Miller. Well away, top of the lineup, and Sophia Fenner. Talking with Darryl Frayne, head coach for Riverside, he says, we need to lay off the riser. Make Miller come to the heart of the zone. And the first pitch to Fenner is outside and low. Fenner walked and scored in the first inning for Riverside. Looks like we're going to get a beautiful sunset here tonight as the cloud starts settling right over the sun. The 1-0 pitch is inside from Miller. 2 balls to no strikes. We're staring straight out to the west. And I don't think the lights are on here yet in Oakland. 2-0 to count to Fenner. And she takes a strike on the outside corner. And it's now 2-1.
Miller definitely still respecting this Riverside offense, being really decisive with those challenge pitches and really looking to find her spots and give them tough things to hit.
The 2-1. She goes inside and misses low. I was just about to say, it seems like she's trying to mostly pick away the outside corner, but you can't do that all the time. She tried to inside that time, missed it. 3-1 now, the count to Fenner. And she walked her. So Miller, her 4th walk of the game and a 1-out runner for Riverside, and that'll bring on Liner Martins. Miller only had 9 walks total coming into tonight. Martin shows bunt and takes the pitch for ball 1. 1-0 to Martins, who laid down a sacrifice her first time and got on board on an error and later scored. 1 ball to no strikes. And there's a strike at the knees. She didn't look to bunt that time. Kind of half-checked her swing. 1-1 to Martins. 2-2 tie. And Miller checks the runner, comes to the plate, and Martins fouls it right over on her head. And it's now 1-2, and Jack reached out with his hands as if to try and grab it, and that would have stung.
You never know. But it would have looked cool.
Yeah, it definitely would have. The 1-2 pitch now to Martins. And that's in the dirt, skips it around down to second. She just rolling around as the catcher Rasmussen and Trevor tracking it down. It's a 2-base wild pitch as Fenner goes all the way to the third.
Rasmussen had trouble placing it. Fenner saw that and didn't skip a beat. Didn't hesitate once. Rounding to third.
2-2 to Martins is way high. And it's now 4 with a runner at third base and a very capable run in Sophia Fenner. Riverside trying to take advantage of mistakes by Exira EHK Audubon. And now the pitch to Martins. Way up high, ball 4. And she's aboard for the second time, and that is walk number 5 from Miller. And that'll bring on Madison Kelly. Liner does have 6 stolen bases. Liner Martins, they call her Liner. Her full name is Adeline. Most nicknames for Adeline is Addie, but her grandfather coined her Liner. And it sets her apart, makes her a softball player. First pitch to Kelly as the Spartans thinking bunt. The corner's cheating in, and the pitch is high. 1-0 to Kelly, who's a tremendous power hitter. She doubled the center her first time up. The 1-0. And that's in the dirt. And Miller has been all over the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Kelly, a .515 hitter. Martinsville took second.
Yeah, Rasmussen was indifferent towards it, minimizing the risk there, trying to prevent a wild throw there and getting another run in.
And the 2-run miss is high. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to count to Kelly. And Miller pitching around these hitters. At some point, she's going to have to come in at them. The 3-0 is high again. Her 6th walk of the game, and the bases are now loaded. 1 out, and Caden Schnack is now the batter. And that's going to bring a visit to the circle from Coach Tom Peterson. And what do you tell Miller right now is had 9 walks all year long coming in. Last night, she came in relief of Taryn Peterson, who was struggling a little bit early on against Tri-Center. And Miller threw a perfect game the rest of the night. She didn't allow a base runner, no walks, no hits, no nothing, except 8 strikeouts and a 6-4 Spartan win.
It's a rock and a hard place here for Riley Miller and these Spartans. It's just, she's trying to avoid that zone because she knows that, they can hit really well, but they're laying off that stuff really well. So it's really tough here if you're Riley Miller and the Spartans.
So here's Caden Schnack with the bases loaded, all on walks. And the first pitch, there's a strikeout that ease. Schnack is 0 for 1. She grounded a short her first time up. 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the second. And there's a strike on the inside corner. So whatever Tom Peterson told Miller, it worked. The magic words. She needs a strikeout, and she's ahead at 0-2. Bases loaded. The pitch, and there's a high pop-up on the infield. And we'll finally fall into the glove of Taryn Peterson at shortstop for out number 2. It wasn't a strikeout, but it was just about as good.
Yeah, I think that at bat tells you Miller, it wasn't really control she was just struggling with. She just needed to find a way to navigate some of these hitters. We saw 2 pitches there right down the middle.
First pitch to Summers, and she flinched and takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Summers struck in their first time up against Miller. Big pop-up for out number 2 from Riley Miller. The 0-1, trying to go inside and missed a tad high. Very close pitch. 1-1 the count to Summers, a .333 hitter for Riverside. 3 runners all on walks here in the bottom of the second. And the 1-1 from Miller. Way high and outside. 2 balls out of strike. Maybe she was just almost trying to be too perfect, I think, with some of these pitches. Seems like these last few, she's just rearing back and throwing. 2-1, swung on and foul back to the screen. That might have been ball 3. But Summers went after it. It looked a little high, but she wasn't taking a chance. 2-2 the count to Summers.
Trying to hit those corners, I believe, throughout the game. And unfortunately, it's a really, really fine line there between balls and strikes in this game.
Deuces wide, and the pitch foul back to the screen, and we'll do it again. And she wants to stay away from the middle of that plate because she knows Riverside can do damage. They're hitting like .360 as a team on the year. Bases still loaded for Riverside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing is for strike 3. And somehow, some way, Riley Miller pitches out of trouble. No runs, no hits. 3 walks, 3 outs. We play 2. We're tied at 2 here on KSOM.
For farm supplies, see Bromley Supplies in Carson. General Farm Supplies, nuts and bolts, just about everything you need to get whatever is broke on your farm fixed. Need a new hydraulic hose belt? Bromley Supply can do that for you. Maybe you just need a couple of adapters or fittings. They can handle that too. Conveniently located just outside of Carson. Give them a call at 402-680 5471. For all your farm supply needs, Bromley Supplies in Carson.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
High school softball on KSOM. So we go to the third inning, and we have a tie, 2-2, between the Spartans and the Bulldogs, Exira EHK Audubon and Riverside. It'll be the top of the lineup for Exira EHK Audubon. On Thursday night, we'll be off tomorrow. Thursday night, I'll be going to Harlan for a big baseball showdown between the Cyclones and Lewis Central. Great rivalry there. Harlan beat the Titans the first time around. And we're on the air for a 7 o'clock start time Thursday night here on KSOM. So Taryn Peterson started the game with a single, and she will step in for Exira. Just a tremendous all-around athlete. The first pitch from Schaefer is up high for ball one.
Without a doubt, Chris. Yeah, she was a state qualifier in track. She led that Exira EHK basketball team to a state appearance and great everywhere else, too.
The 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0 to Peterson, who's hitting .516 with a homer and 11 runs batted in. Not including the stats from yesterday against Tri-Center. And the 2-0, he's down the middle, but a bit high. 3-0 to count to Peterson as Schaefer trying to poke away and steal away from the bat of Peterson.
Wonder if you're going to give anything to challenge here. Karen's probably going to take it.
3-0 high for ball four. Walked her on 4 straight. That's the first free pass issued from Schaefer. Leadoff batter aboard for the Spartans. They've had the leadoff batter aboard each inning, and that'll bring on Anna Larson.
Expect some activity there on the base paths. Definitely looking to get in scoring position.
Taryn runs. The pitch is a strike. The throw, not in time. Peterson didn't let the slide. Yeah. She was standing out there. Stock got it at short.
Yeah, she's really, really fast. And, you can see there, even if that throw was on line there from Fenner behind the plate, it still wouldn't have been very close. Taryn Peterson, just such an athlete.
Her second stolen base of the night, 21st of the year. It is 0-1 to Larson, who struck out looking her first time up. Summer still towards the line and in at third base for Riverside. The 0-1 to the lefty and a bunt, foul tip for strike 2. And 0-2 to Larson, hitting .387 on the year. It's just amazing. Every time Peterson touched the basketball, you just felt like she was going to shoot it.
Yeah.
And every time she steps to the plate, you think she's going to get on base. The 0-2, let's go to the second. Martin's initially, they were concerned. She kept it in front of her. Her momentum carried it first. She short flipped it to the first baseman, Kelly, for out number 1. Peterson takes third.
Liner stuck with it there. She kicked it. Luckily, she didn't kick it too hard. Picks it up and just underhand tosses it there to first.
So a 2-2 tie, but Peterson now at third. Here's Riley Miller trying to help her own cause. And the first pitch from Schaefer misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Miller with a single in the first. And a runner eventually scored on the 2-run double from Briley Peterson. She's hitting .430 on the year. The 1-0 is way high. 2-0 to Miller. No wind really to speak of. There's a little bit of a breeze where we're at, but the flag beyond center field is not moving. And just as I say it, a little gust comes up and starts blowing it. The wind doesn't like me. The 2-0 pitch is low, and it's now 3-0 to Miller.
Clouds kind of took over tonight. At 4 p.m., it was really, really beautiful. It wasn't too cloudy and about 75 out.
Still very pleasant tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt.
3-0 to Miller. Peterson at third. And she takes ball full high. 4-pitch walk to Miller. So Schaefer pitched around both Peterson and Miller, and then Miller just simply took off his second and they have. We say she has to go to first. Has she been ruled out? Tom Peterson needs an explanation. The home plate umpire is saying something. Maybe did Miller leave when Schaefer had the ball? That's the question. Maybe she got to first and she left when the pitcher had the ball. That's what I'm speculating on. Tom Peterson is talking about it with the home plate umpire, and he's saying, no, she didn't have it. I think Riley, is she out? I think she's out.
He's going to go back, I think.
Well, they're just going to send her back. I haven't seen an out declared.
I'm not sure what's happening because
Aaron Peterson is going back to the dugout. Well, now she doesn't know what's going on. Miller is still at first, and
out on Taryn.
They've called Peterson out. Well, now I don't know what's going on. I thought it was Miller taking off, and Tom Peterson again giving more clarification.
Pinch runner in for Riley.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Taryn got out. I'm not sure what Taryn did.
Very bizarre play. I'm not sure what happened there, but Taryn Pearson has been written out. And Riley Miller safe at first, but now she's being run for. And the batter is Zoe Rasmussen. 2-2 tie, and now 2 outs with a runner at first for the Spartans. And the first pitch to Rasmussen, the runner goes, and he throws safe.
Wow. It's a really good throw there.
It was a good throw by Fenner and a good slide. I don't think that's King.
It's 11 again.
Oh, it's my King.
Yep.
So it's 1 ball with no strikes to count to Rasmussen with King now at second. And the pitch is just outside from Schaefer. 2 balls and no strikes. That's something about baseball and softball. You just see something different each and every time. And I don't know how Taryn Pearson got ruled out at third. The 2 outs followed line to the screen. And it's now 2-1.
Yeah, just a little bit of, officiating there. And this has suddenly turned into a very manageable situation there for Schaefer. She was looking at first and third there with only 1 out. Sacrifice definitely in the conversation. But now 2 outs, only 1 runner on. She can get out of it.
And the 2-1 and a changeup just missed. I don't know where the strike zone is. It's a very small strike zone.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for both pitchers tonight to try and find where the zone is. 3-1 the count to Rasmussen. And the pitch is low ball 4. So the third walk of the inning in the game for Schaefer. 2 outs here in the top of the third. We're still tied at 2. And Riley Peterson now the batter. And it looks like we're going to have a runner for Zoe. It'll be a courtesy runner on at first base.
I guess 13, Chris.
Thank you. I had a pole in my way. Now that's Brooklyn Schneider. So Riley Peterson hits with a couple of courtesy runners aboard. And she takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Riley hit one over the head of Perkins and left in the first inning for a 2-run double with 2 outs to score both Peterson and King. And there's a strike on the inside corner. And it's even at 1-1. Peterson now with 15 RBIs on the season. Her average up to 407 coming in. The 1-1. And there's a strike right down the middle. Good movement on that pitch. Good drop from Schaefer. And it froze Peterson.
Yeah, well, Peterson's got to protect here. He got 2 outs, and Schaefer's got a bit of flexibility here to challenge.
And the 1-2 pitch is way up high. And it's even now to Riley Peterson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the third, tied at 2. And Schaefer reels, fires. The 2-2 pitch is low in the dirt. Good block by Fenner. So the runners will get a head start here as the count is 4 to Briley, with Lucy Stannerson on deck for Exira. Trying to take advantage of the walks. The payoff pitch is inside for ball 4. So the 4th walk of the inning, Riley Miller walked the bases loaded in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and Peyton Schaefer has now walked the bases loaded here in the top of the 3rd, and Darryl Frayne will come out and talk with his entire infield.
Yeah, interesting situation here. You got bases loaded, but 2 outs. You just need 3 good pitches here, and you're out of it unharmed.
A combined 10 walks between these two pitchers here tonight, trying to figure out the strike zone, not finding it, and just losing their control and trying to pick and poke at 2 very good hitting teams. So here's Stannerson now with the Spartans having loaded the bases. We're seeing walk after walk after walk. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Stannerson flied to center her last time up. 2 outs here in the 3rd. Schaefer needs a strike. The 1-0 there is at the knees. And it's now 1-1 to Stannerson. Just 5 RBIs on the year for the sophomore. And she's got plenty of opportunities to increase that total here. The 1-1 from Schaefer. Swing, that's a big This King scores, Rasmussen scores. The Spartans take a 32. Lacey Stannerson with a 2-2 hit. Right up the pike.
Yeah, got past Schaefer there, and there's not much room there for anyone to operate once it gets past the pitcher, but Schneck really did give it a great effort there from short, but got past her.
First pitch to Ronzo is a tapper back to the circle. Schaefer makes the flip to first, and that will retire the side. Clutch, 2-2 single from Lucy Stannerson. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. What's going to happen next in this one? It's 4-2 Exira EHK here on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today, I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
KSOM. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and it's a 4-2 lead for Exira EHK. And the first pitch to Peyton Schaefer is a check swing foul on the first base side, and it's 0-1. And one of our fans sitting in front of us has explained the reason why Taryn Peterson was ruled out on the look-back rule. The 0-1 pitch from Miller is high, 1-1 to Schaefer. The look-back roll, when the pitcher has the ball in the circle, a runner can only go in one direction, can't go back and forth. Swing by Schaefer, pops it up, back at 3rd, and chipping up, and it's in. Peterson and Stannerson did collide. Stannerson was backing up. Peterson was going forward. I don't know if anybody called for it, but certainly they both went for it. Stannerson jumped up at the last minute, and neither could come up with it. I don't know who the error will give to, but it's an unfortunate play for Exira, and it's their second error of the game. And now Schaefer's aboard. Now a courtesy runner comes in for her. And the first pitch to Lily Reed is in there for a strike.
That was a tough play there indeed. Proximity-wise, third base is a lot closer, but shortstop probably has the better beat on it, and that's where that communication is really important. And yeah, it's a tough play to make.
And Miller misses high, and it's even at a ball at his strike to Lily Reed. Shanker running for Schaefer. Reed got a bases-loaded walk in the first inning. There's a lot of interesting subtle rules. Swing and a hard hit shot foul, way foul on the left field side. And it's 1-2 now to Reed. There's a baseball game going on over on the Riverside diamond, the other diamond. I'll have to try and find a score. Audubon has been playing pretty good ball here lately, as that pitch by Miller misses low. 2-2 the count to Reed. Shanker on at first. 4-2 now the Spartans will lead. There's a changeup and off a man of Rasmussen. Right across the right with that pitch from Miller, and taking second is Shanker on a pass ball. So, runner at second, and now the payout pitch to Reed. And it's high, back there, and there's walk number 7 from Riley Miller. 9 walks coming in, and she's walked 7 tonight.
Yeah, showing some frustration there after that walk. Definitely not a batter she wanted to let go there, especially with that top of the order coming right around.
And the first pitch to Braylon Schnack is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Braylon hitting .219, does have 3 homers, 10 RBIs. She's 0 for 1. She grounded to first her first time up. And the Bulldogs trying to answer. Swing, and it hits foul back to the top of the backstop. And it's 0-2 to Schnack. The bottom of the lineup came up big in the win last night over the Panthers. And they have 2 on here. And that's a strike call by Miller. Completely throws Braylon Schnack. And that is strikeout number 4 for Miller. 1 away now for Casey Perkins. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Perkins, a strikeout victim in the second inning, leading off the inning. A 174 hitter. And she takes a strike in the inside corner. And Miller now finding the zone. It's 0-2. That inside strike has been given all night long. But that outside corner has not been found. There's a strike called again here inside, but again Miller gets the call. 5th strikeout for Miller. Back-to-back strikeouts, 4th looking. And there's 2 away, still 2 on, and here's Sophia Fenner. Miller trying to find a form when she shut this team out. And the first pitch is inside. The runners take off. The throw is to first. And it's a double steal by Shanker and Reed. Shanker to third. Reed takes second. Both actually first by Reed, and Rasmussen trying to throw behind her. And that pitch by Miller is low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, try to keep her close there, but Lily Reed saw the throw down and decided to take second. Aggressive play there. Worked out well for her.
So second and third, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position, and the 2-0 from Miller to Fenner. That's right down the middle for a called strike. Fenner has walked twice tonight and scored a run. 4-2 Spartans, and Bulldogs need a 2-out hit. And Miller trying to get out of it. The 2-run, and oh my goodness gracious! A shot by Skylar Rasmussen, deflected right off of her legs, and she actually kicked the ball right into the field from the second base position. The second error of the inning, and the third of the game. And now the ball gets away to Martins, and down to second base goes Fenner.
Yeah, a really tough break there for the Spartans. Grounder there to Skylar Rasmussen. The kick was almost harder than the grounder, ends up going into left field there. So, yeah, interesting chain of events there.
1-0 now to Martins, who can finally swing the bat, and she takes the She finally gets a chance to swing away. She'd been asked to bunt her first 2 times. She got a bunt on an error with a sacrifice of the first. She walked in the second, and then she lines a double right down the line.
Yeah, it was her pitch there, and she, like the first one she saw, took advantage of the opportunity. And what a rally here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third for the Bulldogs.
And that'll bring on Madison Kelly. A big turn clutch from Martins. And Kelly takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Madison Kelly got an RBI double in the first. Walked in the second inning. 7 walks by Miller. The 1-0 is lowered inside, and it's 2-0 now. First base is open, and Miller clearly does not want to put it in the wheelhouse for Kelly. A .515 hitter. The 2-0. Cut, swing, and a foul tip for strike 1. She was trying to hit that one to, well, I don't know, I guess going that direction. Trying to hit that one to Council Bluffs. She would be hit it west. 2-0 way high by Miller. And it's now 3 balls at a strike. Suddenly 5-4. Heck, they scored more runs in the first inning than they did combined back on June 1st. And they're still going. 3-1. That's fouled away on the first base side. And the count is full. I don't know what was going on there, but I heard something going on in the crowd. Martins at second with 2 outs. The payoff to Kelly. Swing and a pop-up, headed towards short. Back it up in left is Taryn Peterson, and she makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But Riverside scores 3 runs on just 1 hit. There were 2 errors and 1 left aboard. We go to the 5th. And it's 5-4 Riverside here on KSOM.
Where will you be in 2, 5, or even 10 years? Do you dream of a more fulfilling career with greater earning potential? Let Iowa Western help you achieve those goals. This is Cindy Wetterland, Iowa Western Cass County Director, and all of our Iowa Western instructors are dedicated to your learning, growth, and advancement towards reaching your greatest potential. The Atlantic Center offers a wide variety of college credit coursework with small class sizes to maximize your experience and opportunity to excel. Start working towards your degree by stopping into Iowa Western Cass County Center to change your future today.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
To go to the 4th. And it's a 5-4 lead for Riverside. And Skylar Rasmussen will lead things off for Exira EHK Audubon. Against Peyton Schaefer. We haven't had a normal half inning yet. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 1. The Bulldogs have stranded the bases loaded twice. They have stranded 7 runners on. The 0-1 from Schaefer misses low. Skylar Rasmussen is 0 for 1. She lined it to second her last time up on a diving catch by Martins. Swing and this airplane to his left center. That's a base hit right over the shortstop Stack's head. And a leadoff single for the 8th grader. And that'll bring on Jordan Mulford. Well, will this be a bunting situation? That's the 6th hit of the game for Exira EHK Audubon. Mulford the 9-hitter, but she's a 429 batter. She squares and bunts it. Third base side, Summers pounces, throws to first. Schaefer falls down. Jenny takes first. And in comes Scott, and she scores on the air and tied at 5. So the sacrifice works, and it works perfectly as Riverside commits an error.
Wow. I thought she was dead to rights there at third, but the throw was a bit low and got past Summers there and took advantage of that opportunity to tie things up. What a game we're seeing here.
And that'll bring on Taryn Peterson now with the bases empty. So the bunt worked. The throw to first got the out. But on the play, it was Skylar Asmussen scrambling around. She decided to take third, and the throw there got away. And then Skylar scrambled home. So the base is empty. First pitch to Taryn Pearce. And there's two. There's a play right there. Incredible pick by Kelly, an incredible stretch after throwing the ball out of air. She stretches her legs like a gymnast, and a diving play up there by Summers to rob Peterson of a hit. And the first pitch to Anna Larson is low for ball one. That was spectacular.
Parallel to the ground pretty much when she caught or grounded that one. And bang play there at first, a split second, and just beat it.
And the one is in there for a called strike to Larson. That's one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen in softball. It was just, I mean, you got the best hitter for the Spartans. She hits a hard smash to third, and Summers had to dive for it. Here's a swinging bunt. Fielded by Schaefer to first. No. Hitting it is Larson on the air. A double by Schaefer. And that's the second error of the inning on Riverside. And in between, I've seen one of the most spectacular defensive plays ever. And that'll be on Riley Miller. We are tied at 5. What are we going to see next in this game? What are you going to listen to next? The runner goes, and the pitch is in the dirt, and it gets her away. A bad break for Larson. She slid on the second. She didn't need to. She could have bluffed, maybe even going to third. She'll get a stolen base. 1 ball with 2 strikes to Miller. She is singled and walked. And she swings and chops it foul behind home. And it's now even at 1-1. I just can't get enough of that play.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
A hard smash. Summers somehow fielded it, then threw, and what a stretch. The stretch of all stretches. He said, listen, and those three, and Exira EHK takes a 6-5 lead.
Stepping up there when it mattered most, just a few inches above Schaefer on the circle, and that's going to go right into center field for an RBI hit. And taking back the lead here is the Spartans. I think we've seen, 3 or 4 lead changes in this one. What a game.
Well, it was 2-0, then tied at 2, then 4-2, and Riverside led 5-4. Then it was 5-5. Now it's 6-5.
Wow.
Here's Zoe Rasmussen. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. The third, the second, and Miller stayed in there, and she tried to swipe second base, and Sophia Fenner gunned her out. The Spartans scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors, and nobody left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and it's now Exira EHK 6 and Riverside 5 here on KSOM.
When your home or business has been affected by water, fire, smoke, or mold, and you don't know what to do next, We do. From one room to multiple levels, we can do it all while working with you and your insurance company. Service Master by Rice is your local experts for residential and commercial restoration, offering emergency services 24/7, 365. To set up services, call 712-243-5373 with phones answered 24/7. Service Master by Rice serves all of Western Iowa.
When it's time to take care of land the right way, experience matters. Harrison Hoyk Excavation provides dependable excavation services that you can trust and now offers certified abandoned well plugging. If you have an unused or abandoned well, Harrison Hoyk Excavation is county certified, and there might be cost share funds available through your county environmental health office to help cover most of the cost. Protect your land, your water, and your investment. Call Harrison Hoyk Excavation, doing the job right from the ground up.
Bartlett, the fictional president on the TV show The West Wing, always had a phrase, "What's next?" That's what we could say about this softball game. The first pitch to Caden Schnack is a chopper to second, and fielded by Skylar Rasmussen, this time cleanly, and got to first base. One pitch, one out. As we start the bottom of the fourth, 6-5, Exira EHK Audubon with the lead, and that'll bring on Sydney Summers.
Yeah, I'm sure what Tom Peterson wants, head coach for the Spartans, is just a quick defensive inning here, get them down in order, and get back to those bats.
First pitch to Summers is high for ball one. Sydney 0 for 2 against Miller. She has struck out twice. What a crazy ball game, and we are not done. And the 1-0 is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Don't know why Miller is throwing these pitches high. Summers is not going after him. And she's got him there for a strike called at the knees. 2-1 to Summers. She has struck her out twice. Summers just has not been able to figure out Riley Miller. Here's a chop in the left side at the hole. Peterson backhands. Peterson. And they're kicking it here in Oakland, and there's 2 in the fourth. Unbelievable in the head. Peterson had to backhand that ball. And Barney doing her impersonation of Mary Lou Retton with a stretch. And the first pitch to Peyton Schaefer is on the inside corner for a called strike.
Backhanded there. Her feet was on grass throwing that, and just in time over at first to get the out. What a throw.
Wow. Pitch to Schaefer, and she's the deep center. Because she's to make the catch. What a 1-2-3 inning. We played 4 here in Oakland. It's 6-5. Exira EHK Audubon with the lead here on KSOM.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
Well, that was just a normal 1-2-3. We got 6-5. Spartans with the lead. That was the most abnormal 1-2-3 inning that I think I've ever seen.
No one expected it. We thought we were going to see more offense, but all we saw were defensive highlights there.
Well, a deep drive by Schaefer sent Larson back to the wall. Summers robbed of a hit on a great play by Peterson in the hole. And Schnack retired on just one pitch. So it's Zoe Rasmussen to lead things off here in the top half of the 5th inning. The Spartans looking to add to their lead. The sun sneaks out from a cloud and shines brightly, trying to fight through the haze. Beyond the left field wall. First pitch, a swing and a miss by Rasmussen, and it's 0-1. Zoe 0 for 1. She struck out looking in the first, walked and scored in the third.
Got to take advantage of that if you're the Spartans. We've got a good defensive inning there. Add to this lead.
The other end, and a jumper right to the third base line, and that is.
Oh man!
I thought that might have deflected for Kelly, and I thought she was in fair territory. That was very close.
Went off the bag there.
It hit the bag?
Yeah, it hit the
bag. Oh, then they didn't deflect on Kelly. Well, it hit off the orange part of the bag at foul ground. The 0-2. Swing a chopper foul, dribbler on the third base side. It'll stay 0-2. I said earlier that the views from the softball field here at Riverside are not as good as some of the other fields, but the facility here is marvelous. The 0-2 pitch is way high, and it's now 1-2. When they built this, they built it the correct way. They have wonderful dugouts and just wide space for fans. And you could still bring your lawn chairs if you want to, or you could sit in the grandstand behind home. The 1-2 is way up high, and it's even a 2-2 to Zoe Rasmussen. Peyton Schaefer in the circle for the Bulldogs. Riley Miller, they had their difficulties tonight. 2-2, and it's a chopper hit the first. Scooped up by Kelly. She handled that one without any difficulty and stepped on the first base bag for one away. And that'll bring on Briley Peterson. Briley with tremendous power. Got a 2-run double in the first. She walked her last time up. Base is empty here. First from Schaefer. Swing and a miss for strike one. Boy, the bottom fell out of that one. 0-1 to Peterson. Tom Peterson has moved her up in the batting order. She was hitting like 7th, even 8th at times. Swing and a tapper foul, and it's now 0-2. Now she's batting 5th. And you got 2 sophomores, 4th and 5th in the lineup, and then Standerson on deck as another sophomore.
It's a young lineup, too, which is really scary.
Well, Peterson, Taryn Peterson, and Riley Miller, both juniors, they're the stars. They'll be back. The 0-2 is not great off. In the left, that's a base hit. A hard hit ball by Briley Peterson. And a one-out base runner for Exira EHK Audubon. Now, they could pinch run for Briley. They can only really do it once, but she's going to stay in the game. She does have 2 stolen bases in 3 attempts. And that'll bring on Lucy Standerson now.
Yeah, Riverside's not going to let up just because they went down in order. You know they're going to get right back to the bats right after they get out of this one.
Here's a punt. Third base side, scooped by Summers. He's the punt. Summers Mountains covering there. Now she throws the second. Briley plays back to the bag. It's a sacrifice for Standerson. And there's 2 outs now with a runner in scoring position. And it's now up to Abby Wanzer to continue the inning. 6-5. Exira with the lead over Riverside. And the first pitch is fouled away on the first base side. Up and away and out of play, and it's 0-1 to Wanzer. Both teams scored twice in the first. Exira 2 in the top of the third. Bulldogs answered 3 in the bottom of that inning. And then the Spartans scored 2 more in the top of the fourth. And that's where we're at right now. Both teams have defensive miscues tonight that have led to runs. The 0-1 is in the dirt, smothered by Fenner. 1-1 the count to Wanzer. What a game between 2 ranked teams fighting in this Western Iowa Conference. The 1-1 swing and a miss for strike 2. Well right on that one. Good pitch by Schaefer for Wanzer. Abby has 5 RBIs on the year. She's 1 for 2. She singled, got caught stealing in the second, and bounced back to the mound. The 1-2 is high by Schaefer. So the deuces are wild to Abby Wanzer with 1 on, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Schaefer looks in, has what she wants, the 2-2. There's a chub in a second. Martins is there to first in time, and the side is retired. For Exira EHK Audubon, no runs, one hit, and one left. Out of the fifth we go, 6-5 Spartans here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Softball on KSOM. Bottom three in the order for Riverside in the bottom of the fifth inning. They trailed it 6-5 against Exira EHK Audubon. And Miller, a drop ball, is on the inside corner for a called strike. Nothing in one to Lily Reed, who has walked twice and scored once. The 0-1 is a strike. And a good hard pitch from Miller. Nothing at 2 now to Reed. Reed, Braylon and Casey Perkins for Riverside. The 0-2 way up high, she wasted. And Reed would not climb the ladder. 1-2 the count. Reed hitting 200, Braylon hitting 219, Casey 174, but you cannot be deceived. This bottom of the lineup will come up and bite you when you least expect it, like Braylon and Casey did last night against Logan Magnolia. 3 home runs for Riverside to rally to the win. The 1-2, and that's a shot foul over towards the concession stand. And Reed stays alive and just a little out in front of that pitch on the changeup from Miller.
Yeah, ball went to get some popcorn. Looked like it spooked a few fans there. Nothing hurt, though.
Instead, they got popped. The 1-2, and that just misses away. And it's even a 2-2 to Reed. No, nobody got hit. No wind to speak of, just a little bit of breeze up by us, but again, the flag beyond center, not moving. The sun slowly trying to get away. 2-2, and it's driven into left field, and shallow. Diving catch. That's from 50, sir. Lancer coming hard, just could not make the play.
Yeah, great effort there. Had to extend and dive to try and get to it, just a bit out of her reach there. That's a tough play to make. I'd call that a single.
That's just the third hit of the game for Riverside, and they have the leadoff batter aboard, and here's Braylon Schnack now. And yet they have 5 runs and a swing and a miss for strike one. I'm surprised they haven't really looked to bunt here, although Braylon does have 3 home runs on the year. She's 0 for 2, though, against Miller. Grounded to first and struck out looking. Swing and a run. Braylon Schnack. And it's back to back singles for the Dogs here in the 5th inning. Just like I told you, the bottom part of the lineup can come up and bite you.
Well, without a doubt, Chris, bottom of the order here wrapping up, and they're going to look really, really good here with 0-1 outs going into that top of the order.
Well, this is a big bunting situation here for Casey Perkins, and the Spartans are expecting it with the corners in. And Perkins lays it down to third. And Stannerson will make the throw to first in time to get Perkins. Reed will take third. Braylon to second. The sacrifice is successful. And there's one away, and now Sophia Fenner on the top of the lineup for the Riverside Bulldogs. They trail it 6-5.
Did your role perfectly there. You know, get those runners going. Runners on second and third now at the top of the lineup.
First pitch to Fenner. Comes in second, third. Continues and Riverside takes a 7-6 lead. The infield came in and Fenner just grounded it right the pike. What a shot by Fenner with a 2-run base hit, and that'll bring on Martins. And she takes the first pitch in there for a called strike.
Stepped up when it mattered most there. Sophia Fenner, one of the best leadoff hitters you'll see in softball this year, and just split the difference there between the pitcher and second base. Found the gap.
She's reached base all 4 times. The 0-1 to Martins is a little high by Miller. And it's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Just like that, the rope comes back towards Riverside. Only 1 out here in the 5th with Fenner at second. The 1-1. And a good take by Martins. It's high again. 2-1. Liner and RBI double her last time up. She is 1 for 1. A sacrifice, a walk, a run scored, a stolen base. The 2-1. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Martin's hitting .488. She's got a homer and now 15 RBIs on the year. Two and two, the count to Martins. And the pitch is popped back to the screen. And it stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley Miller has had to battle like she is not used to battling. After a perfect 5 innings last night against Tri-Center, Riverside giving her game. 2-2 strike 3 call and looked low, and Miller gets the benefit of the doubt. That is the 5th strikeout for Miller.
Yeah.
That looked below the knees, but it's a strike called, and Miller gets the break.
Could have went either way, indeed. I think the way that the strike zone's been called, that should have been a ball.
2-0 for Madison Kelly. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. Kelly an RBI double in the first, a walk, and she's also popped out 1 for 2. Fenner on at second for the Bulldogs. The 1-0. Swing, and that's a ground out, but at second by Skylar Asmussen. Second. That's Skylar Mint, and she makes the throw to retire the side. Might have saved a run there on a nice defensive stab. But Riverside retakes the lead. They get more hits in this half inning than the previous 4 innings combined. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 left through 5. It's now Riverside 7, Exira EHK Audubon 6 here on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
High school softball on KSOM. So we go to the 6th, and Exira EHK Audubon now trails by 1. The Spartans with 6 runs on 8 hits, and they've committed 3 errors. Riverside 7 runs on 5 hits. They've committed 2 errors. And the first pitch to Skylar Rasmussen misses for ball 1. 8-9, and top of the order for the Spartans here against Schaefer. The 1-0. And that one just missed outside. 2-0. Schaefer does not want to see anybody on base when she faces Taryn Peterson, due up 3rd. And the 2-0 to the 8th grader. There's a strike on the inside corner from Schaefer. 2 balls and a strike. Skyla singled her last time up and scored of a sacrifice and an error.
Really good pitch there for 2-0. It's going to be inside, so it's going to be hard to turn on.
2-1 is high. And it's 3 balls and a strike to Skyla. She lined out hard to second on a stabbing, diving catch by Martins. The 3-1. And that is lowered inside for ball 4. So Schaefer had not allowed a walk since the 3rd when she had walked 3 in a row and actually walked 4 in that inning. That's the 5th walk allowed by the Riverside starter. That'll bring on Jordan Mulford. First pitch, Mulford shows bunt, and she tapped it foul in the batter's box for strike 1. Had a chance to talk to her a couple of weeks ago, and great young lady. Not very tall, but it works good for wrestling. It works good for right fielder. She can hit it, and she's improved. She says the reason why she's improved offensively is her confidence has gone up. The pitch is high, and a good take by Mulford. What do they do?
The ball was high, but maybe she kept the ball. Maybe she kept the bat.
Never read the runner out.
Oh.
They bring Skylar Rasmussen out at first base. I wonder if it's that same rule where Tara Peterson was rolled out on the take-back rule. Well, that's a big out there. So base is now empty, 1 away. I don't think that was a pitch. They haven't posted. There's a swing and a miss by Mulford. I believe the count is 1-2. No, that was, they say no pitch, that last pitch. So it's 0-2 the count to Mulford. Wow. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Schaefer gets a big break. And it's her first strikeout. And there's now 2 in a row. And her wishes are granted. She does not have to face Taryn Peterson with anybody on base.
Yeah, kind of an unconventional way of getting to that point, but yeah, we did it.
And a biking ball in there for a caught strike. Taryn is 1 for 2 with a walk. She hit the ball harder last time up on a crazy stop by Summers and a crazy stretch by Kelly. Swing and pop back over our heads foul. And it's 0-2 to Peterson. 7-6, Riverside with the lead. We've seen rules. We've seen great defense. We've seen bad defense. We've seen great pitching. We've seen bad pitching. We've seen hits. We've seen it all. The 0-2 chop foul towards the Riverside dugout on the third base side, and it stays 0-2. We've seen a lot of walks. We haven't seen a hit batter. Both teams have made errors that have caused runs to come in. Well, that froze Peterson on a changeup, and I think Sophia Fenner still wanted that one to call. Just missed away. 1-2 the count to Peterson. 2 out, nobody on here on the top of the 6th. The 1-2. And that's deep to left center field. Back to the on. This can hold from here. Taryn Peterson ties the game at 7. She hits it up into the sun, and it will never come back. Taryn Peterson leaves the yard with a solo shot, her second hit of the night, and we got a whole new ball game.
Yeah, just knew it as soon as it left the bat there. The launch angle and the velo it left at is such a powerful hit there, and she hit every stitch of that ball, Chris, and great way to step up there in that situation, tie it up at 7.
First pitch now to Anna Larson, and that's tapped towards the middle. Stack center for a base hit. The Spartans have had at least 1 hit every inning in this game against Peyton Schaefer. That's their 10th hit of the ball game there by Larson. That'll bring on Riley Miller. And it's not over yet. 2 outs. And there's a strike called. Nothing in one to Miller, who's 2 for 2. She delivered an RBI hitter last time up. Larson has 5 stolen bases in as many attempts. The 0-1 from Schaefer is low, and a good stab by Fenner to keep Larson at first. It's 7-7 in his back and forth game in the top of the 6th. The 1-1 from Schaefer. Swinger, it's a base hit from Miller. And Larson will stop at second base as Reed got it in quickly. And Miller is 3 for 3. So first and second, 2 out for Zoe Rasmussen. And we'll see a runner for Miller. It's been King who's been doing the honors.
Like her again.
Yep.
Gosh, what an offensive output here from the Spartans here on the top of the 6th. I like that Taryn Peterson home run a lot. That's going to not guarantee that you're going to bat there on the top of this. It is going to guarantee it, but yeah, that's going to be a great fear for you later.
That's and made the play. Martin's got it at the very last instant. But Peterson hits a solo home run to tie the game with the Spartans 1 run, 3 hits, a walk, and 2 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We are tied at 7-all here on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and we are tied 7-7. What a battle this has been so far. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Bulldogs lineup against Riley Miller as Caden Schnack will step in for Riverside. First pitch from Miller is high. She is laid away from the walks, dare I say. She got 1 walk in the 3rd. She walked 7 to the first 3 innings. Swing and a miss by Schnack, and it's 1-1. Caden is 0 for 3. She has grounded out twice and popped to short. The 1-1 from Miller. And a riser, and she laid off. 2-1 to count to Schnack. Hitting .452 with a homer and 11 RBIs. The 2-1 from Miller. Swing and pop back out of play, and it's now even. I just love it. Every foul ball, the kids just go scrambling. I don't remember ever having that much energy. 2-2 to Schnack. And that one just missed low and away. Very close pitch. The count is full now to Schnack. The sun slowly trying to disappear as night will settle in soon. 3-2 pitch is low, and there's a batter aboard. I jinxed her, I guess. That's the 8th walk allowed. Miller had 9 walks on the season coming in, and she has walked 8 tonight. That's the first time Schnack is aboard, and that'll bring on Sydney Summers. Schnack leads the team with 12 stolen bases. Summers shows bunt. Schnack takes off. Trade steal. Throwing not in time. She is number 13. It's 1 to Summers, who is 0 for 3. She was robbed of a hit on a great play in the hole by Taryn Peterson, and a good stretch by Briley Peterson at first. Summers shows bunt and takes a strike. She pulled it back, 1-1 now to Summers. Potential go-ahead run at second base for Riverside and a 7-all tie in the bottom of the sixth. And the 1-1. Strike at the knees. And Miller now ahead of 1-2. Peyton Schaefer with tremendous power is on deck. Miller toes the runner, the 1-2, and misses outside. And it's even now at 2-2. Miller taking field. Miller is Schnack. They just ignored her. Miller had the ball. Schnack made sure she went one direction and scared forward. And the Spartans fell asleep on her. The 2-2 popped up and back and over our heads out of play.
They're getting closer, Chris. I might catch one here by the time the game ends.
2-2 the count to Summers. I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm not that brave. Swing and there's drive, but way foul on the first base side. And it stays at 2-2 to Summers.
Yeah, she's on it there. Got every piece of that one. Hit it the opposite way really hard and out of play.
She would love to hit it in the air and fair. Schnack has tremendous speed. The infield is in for Exira EHK Audubon, except for Peterson, who's back at short. 2-2, sitting for strike three. Riley Miller needed a strikeout. She reared back and got it.
What do you do here?
Her sixth strikeout, and there's one away for Peyton Schaefer. I don't know how much of a bunter she is, but she's got tremendous power. So with one out, you want her getting the ball in the air towards the outfield. Tom Peterson, the head coach for the Spartans, are going to come in and talk with his infield, make sure they're all on the same page. That allows Riverside to converse.
Yeah, got a dangerous bat here, and I know she was intentionally walked earlier in this game, Chris, and might not be unwise to do that again.
Well, you could courtesy run for her, and then you have to deal with second and third, and one out with Lily Reed at the plate. Schaefer skied one to deep center her last time up, and Larson made the catch. If she does the same, it will be well deep enough to score Schnack. That's why that play where the Spartans just lost track of her is so big, because getting her to third without using it out is so huge now. We're tied 7-all here in the bottom of the sixth inning. One out, runner at third, and Schaefer with 3 home runs on the year. They walked her intentionally in the first to load the bases. They're going to walk her now.
Yeah, it's a really big moment here. Just one run, and then it's going to be do or die for the Spartans in the top of the seventh.
And that is round number 9 for Riley Miller. And Schenker comes in to run for Schaefer. So Lily Reed now the batter. She singled her last time up. Dumped it into left field. Runners on the corners. I wouldn't be surprised if Schenker will take second and the Spartans will concede it. Reed shows bunt, takes a strike. Schenker takes off, and nobody's even covering the bag. Stolen base, runners at second and third, with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. And it's 0-1 to Lily Reed. She has walked twice and singled. The 0-1. Here's a punt. Back in front of the plate. They let the runner back, and all hands are saved.
Yeah, no play there. Yeah, first came in, so Lily Reed's going to be safe there. Just keeping that runner at third was all you could do there.
So it's an infield single for Reed, and Miller just simply looked at Caden Schnack at third, and she would only retreat. So the bases are now loaded. That's a force at every base, and Brooklyn Schnack now the batter. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss for strike one. We are tied at 7. Braylon, the number 8 hitter. She singled her last time up. 1 for 3 on the night. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to short. Peterson comes home. Last pitch, she dropped it on the screen. But anyway, Snark scores and they take an 8-7 lead.
Yeah, that's the only explanation there. She stepped too far ahead and didn't have a foot on the bag.
Lisa dropped it.
No, she didn't drop it. She caught it.
She caught it, but her foot wasn't on the base. The home plate umpire is right there. It's a fielder's choice on the eye for Braylon Schnack. Base is steroided. And Casey Perkins now the batter. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
They say this game comes down to inches, and it might have come down to a cleat.
A spike.
Or a spike. The other round swinging and miss for strike two.
That's really big, too, for the Riverside Bulldogs. That means Spartans are just going to be fighting to keep the game alive in the top of the seventh.
Still only one out there here in the sixth. Miller still has some more work to do. The 0-2 now to Perkins. And she went after it. Swing and miss on the third pitch in a row. And strikeout number 7 for Miller. 2 out top of the lineup. But here's Fenner.
Oh, man.
For Exira EHK Audubon, due up in the top of the seventh. Briley Peterson, Lucy Standerson, and Abby Wanzer. 8-7 Riverside with the lead. Bases loaded, still with 2 outs. Fenner takes a strike. Sophia has reached base all 4 times tonight. She's walked twice, reached on an error, and rode a single back up the middle her last time up to drive in 2. The 0-1. Swing and a chopper hit the short. Peterson to first, and it's time. And that will retire the side, but the damage done. Riverside, 1 run, 1 hit, and 3 left aboard. They leave the bases loaded for the 3rd time tonight. Fasten your seatbelts. We go to the top of the 7th. Riverside holding an 8-7 lead here on KSOM.
Where will you be in 2, 5, or even 10 years? Do you dream of a more fulfilling career with greater earning potential? Let Iowa Western help you achieve those goals. This is Cindy Wetterland, Iowa Western Cass County Director, and all of our Iowa Western instructors are dedicated to your learning, growth, and advancement towards reaching your greatest potential. The Atlantic Center offers a wide variety of college credit coursework with small class sizes to maximize your experience and opportunity to excel. Start working towards your degree by stopping into Iowa Western Cass County Center to change your future today.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
So to the top of the 7th we go. And right down to the wire, we are 8-7, Riverside with the lead. Briley Peterson will lead it off for Exira EHK Audubon. Last chance for the Spartans here. Peyton Schaefer trying to even the season series between these two. The Spartans won 2-0 back on June 1st. That game, I believe they played that one in Elkhorn.
Yes.
Peterson stands in. First pitch from Schaefer. And a strike on the outside corner. Briley is 2 for 2. Got a 2-out, 2-run double in the first. Walked in the third. A 1-out single in the fifth. The 0-1. Swing and a chopper foul on the third base side. And Schaefer is ahead at 0-2.
Yeah, good start here to the top of the 7th for Riverside. You got Peterson here in a tough situation, and a strikeout here is really, really big for the rest of the inning if you're a Riverside Bulldog fan.
Kaylin Schnack had scored the go-ahead run for Riverside. The 0-2, Peterson reaches and pokes it foul back to the screen to stay alive. Caden Schnack with that leadoff walk. Riley Miller, 9 walks on the night. Equals her total for the entire season. What are the odds of that happening? The 0-2, and that's hit to right. Brian Schnack hardly even had to move, and she makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring on Lucy Standerson. Lucy, a 2-run single in the third. And the first pitch from Schaefer is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Standerson is also fly to center. Sacrifice bunt, 1 for 2. The sun has now finally disappeared. The 1-2, or the 1-0 is low. 2 balls and no strikes. And it's leaving a wonderful sunset here in Oakland. In back of a great ball game here tonight between two ranked opponents. The 2-0. That's a strike on the inside corner. And it's 2-1 to Standerson.
Yeah, really good in 2-0 situations. I've noticed here, Schaefer. She's really good at locating that inner third. And that's always tough for a batter to hit off of.
And the 2-1 pitch. Standerson hits one high and deep down the right. And it is against the fence. That's the Suns versus the from Hopkins, but she's in the winner panel. That ball was driven in the line, and it was a couple of questions. Was it fair or was it foul? And that was the first one. Number 2 is, was it gone or not? It was not going to be caught. Perkins was able to get over there, but just up against the wall. So that nearly tied this game.
Yeah, looked really, really good there, Chris. Maybe a bit too much launch angle, but she definitely got the velocity under that. Yeah, like you said, just a few feet there from tying it up, and then we'd be able to see the bottom of the 7th here. But it's a big situation here for the Spartans.
So they run at second now for Exira EHK, and Abby Wanzer now the hitter. Darrell Frame comes out to make sure all of his fielders are on the same page. Man, that's the 12th hit, I think, of the game. If I add them all, 9, 10, 12th hit of the game for the Spartans. They've out-hit Riverside 12-9, but they trail at 8-7. Wanzer is 1 for 3. First pitch from Schaefer is up high. Wanzer singled in the second. She's grounded out twice. She ripped a base hit to left. Her first time up. And the 1-0. And that's down the middle for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Wanzer. Here at the bottom part of the lineup for the Spartans, they don't want to see Taryn Pearson at all. The 1-1 from Schaefer. Swing and a bouncing ball at the second. Martins is there. Goes to first. In time. 2-0. Standerson takes third. And the potential tying run is close.
Yeah, 2 outs, but definitely not the worst outcome there. That's going to move that runner to third, and really, really close to tying this one up, Chris, and really big moment here.
It's up to Skylar Rasmussen to try and continue it for Exira. First pitch. Rasmussen sit out on a block. Caden Schnack tied it late.
Oh, man.
And that's the 3rd hit of the game on the Bulldogs.
Difficult play there for Schnack at short. She had to ground it in stride there, and it kind of just crawled up the glove there, and there was no chance for a play, but she stuck with it. It got pretty close there at first, but yeah, she was safe.
Darrell Frame saying that she was out, and he's out arguing with the base umpire, and now he wants the home plate umpire to give some help. And I wonder if they're going to confirm they did not, really. And the play is going to stand. Darrell Frame claims that Skylar Rasmussen was out. The boundary by Caden Schnack. And we're tied at 8. There's still life in Exira EHK. They're still batting. Runner at first, and here's Jordan Mulford. And the first pitch is low for ball 1.
Yeah. You definitely want to, discuss it there. If there's any chance that she might have been out, you want it, especially with a big run like that. But I don't think there was much argument to be made that it was out there.
The 1-0. And there's a strike after these. And when it comes to errors, we're all even Steven. 3 errors apiece. And they've all have accounted for runs. 1-1 the count to Mulford. And the pitch and chop foul on the first base side. For Riverside, due up in the bottom of the seventh now. It's Lyer Martins, Madison Kelly, and Caden Schnack, 2, 3, and 4, right in the heart of their lineup.
Yeah, seeing that due up is going to be tough for the Spartans. You really want to get into the run here, and if you don't let them score there.
And that will tie it aside. The fifth strikeout for Schaefer. But the damage done. 1 run, 1 hit, and error. And 1 left to go. We go to the bottom of the seventh. We're tied at 8-8 here on KSOM.
Since 1952.
When your home or business has been affected by water, fire, smoke, or mold, and you don't know what to do next, we do. From one room to multiple levels, we can do it all while working with you and your insurance company. Service Master by Rice is your local experts for residential and commercial restoration, offering emergency services 24/7, 365. To set up services, call 712-243-5373 with phones answered 24/7. Service Master by Rice serves all of Western Iowa.
When it's time to take care of land the right way, experience matters. Harrison Hoyk Excavation provides dependable excavation services that you can trust and now offers certified abandoned well plugging. If you have an unused or abandoned well, Harrison Hoyk Excavation is county certified, and there might be cost share funds available through your county environmental health office to help cover most of the cost. Protect your land, your water, and your investment. Call Harrison Hoyk Excavation, doing the job right from the ground up.
First pitch to Lyer Martins is inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. We go to the bottom of the seventh. We are tied at 8. Exira EHK, Audubon, and Riverside. The 1-0 to Martins, way up high. Miller missed badly with it. 2-0 to Martins. You don't want to go anywhere now. Martin struck out looking their last time up, and Miller misses low. 3-0 to Martins, who is 1 for 2, a RBI double in the third. She's reached on an error, on a sacrifice, walked. 3-0, and it's high, ball 4. Walk number 10 for Riley Miller. And will that be costly? Madison Kelly now the batter. Miller had 9 walks total. She has walked 10. Kelly has walked once. She is 1 for 3. She shows punt. And the runner goes in the third. Like she was. Greg Pearson going to drop the ball. Martin's just safe. What a gamble with Kelly and her hot bat. She takes a strike, but Martin's able to beat it. I think maybe she popped the ball loose. The other one to Kelly popped up out of play foul on the first base side, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, it's really high risk, high reward there. They're in scoring position now. The throw looked really good there from behind the plate from Rasmussen, but I think they just narrowly missed the tag, or it popped out, like you said, Chris.
Kelly rounded the hit on a great play by Skylar Rasmussen her last time up. The 0-2, Miller misses inside. And it's 1-2 now to Kelly, a .515 hitter. She now has 17 RBIs on the year. 8-8 tie, bottom of the seventh, nobody out. And the 1-2 from Miller. Swing, and it's a ground under sheet. She on and cut to the bag. That's got to be a hit. I don't think I can roll that an error on Peterson. That was a hard hit ball. That would have been a tough play for her to make, but nevertheless, it could have been possible. Wow.
Yeah, and
Martins was held at the last moment.
Playing it safe there for sure.
So runners on the corners. And it's Schnack trying to atone for that error in the 7th inning. And the infield comes in for Exira EHK, nobody out. And Kelly's already taken second. And the pitch from Miller is inside and low for ball 1. Little catcher indifference, but Kelly, that doesn't mean anything. It's Martins at third. We're tied at 8. Swing and a chop on the third side. It is Stevenson came up coming for home, and they were beating Martins, who blinked on contact. I think Martins would have been out. It was a blank there for Riverside almost, and that's a foul ball. 1-1 to Stack. The pitch from Miller is high. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Second and third for Riverside. We're tied at 8. The 2-1. Swing and foul back out of play. Sidney Summers on deck. Caden Schnack walked her last time. Stole twice and scored the go-ahead run then. Now she's trying to drive in the running run. Miller ready and a 2-2. And strike caught on the inside corner. A strikeout for Riley Miller. Her 8th. And there's one away.
Got a pitch to her now, Chris.
First pitch to Kansas. Again, on the other side, this straight to from feet. All right, give her in for Sigler. And the Bulldogs again. And actually, they had rock center, so the bases were loaded, so it's a 12-8 win.
Wow. What a game.
Brayton Schaefer will get the hit in the circle, and she walks it off with a grand slam home run to win the big game for Riverside, and a classic. It ends with a 12-8 victory for the Riverside Bulldogs. We're back to breathe and wrap this one up here on KSOM.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, Ref.
That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
For farm supplies, see Bromley Supplies in Carson. General farm supplies, nuts and bolts, just about everything you need to get whatever is broke on your farm fixed. Need a new hydraulic hose belt? Bromley Supply can do that for you. Maybe you just need a couple of adapters or fittings. They can handle that too. Conveniently located just outside of Carson. Give them a call at 402-680-5471. For all your farm supply needs, Bromley Supplies in Carson.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Peyton Schaefer walks it off with the bases loaded. Hits a grand slam to win it for Riverside. The final score 12-8. The line totals in the ballgame, they're unofficial. For Exira EHK Audubon, 8 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors. They leave 7. Riverside, 12 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors. They leave 11. Peyton Schaefer gets the win. Riley Miller takes the loss. Time of the ballgame, 1 hour and 59 minutes. What can you say, Jack? Wow.
I don't know what to say, Chris. What a game here for both teams. Western Iowa Conference Classic immediately just coming off that final inning. And it wasn't your typical game that you typically see out of both these teams. We saw both pitchers, Riley Miller and Peyton Schaefer. They played it a lot more cautiously, pitched a lot more around the plate, and I think that led to a lot of more walks and a lot more runs, completely different to what we saw in their first time around when Exira EHK Audubon won 2-0 back in early June. But Riverside, they take it back. They tie the series up here in this season, and that offense is really, really, really dangerous, Chris. And we saw Riley Miller. She tried to kind of pitch around it. She kind of tried to play it safe, which isn't really typical of her. But when it really mattered most, she had to kind of pitch to him, and that led to Riverside getting some really, really key hits there in really key situations. And it was anybody's ball game up into that final inning, and it was a great effort there by Exira EHK Audubon, sticking in it with it throughout the game. But Riverside, wow, what a game from them as well.
Well, they had no choice but to walk Summers to load the bases to create a force play at every base, and then that brought up Schaefer, and then she hit the grand salami to straightaway center field, bounced around just to the right of the scoreboard. An incredible blast by Schaefer, and she walks it off for Riverside, and they get the victory. They go to 10-4. They now won 7 in a row. They are now 9-2 in the conference. Exira EHK Audubon falls to 10-3 and 9-3. What a crazy ball game, but Riverside wins it by a final of 12-8. Well, it'll be hard for Lewis Central and Harlan to top this one, but we'll be there on Thursday night. It'll be radio only for the Cyclones against the Titans. 7 o'clock for the first pitch, a Hawkeye 10 conference battle, Harlan and Lewis Central Thursday night right here on KSOM. It's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight. Nishnet gave us our video tonight, technically awesome. We want to thank them. Also, a great thanks to our sponsors, Mertz Welding, Brumley Supplies, and Community Insurance. For Jack McKee, this is Chris Varney signing off from Oakland, Iowa, from Riverside High School. Reminding you the final score, it's Riverside 12, Exira EHK Audubon 8. Good night, everybody, from Oakland, Iowa, here on KS.